Hey everyone, this is Daryl, aka The D from the Simply Incredible podcast, and we're going over WWE Payback 2016. Pretty decent card. Yeah, nothing great, nothing to me, nothing really jumped out. But we had a few good matches, and we had an injury that looked pretty serious, but um, I'll get to it shortly. Start off with the pre-show. This time I actually watched the pre-show. Most of the time I miss it. First we had two pre-show matches. Byron Corbin against Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler won. I'll be honest, I was a little surprised. I actually thought they were going to kind of start giving Corbin that push. Another the recent NXT guys brought up, and the NXT guys are actually looking pretty good so far. He had a real good match. Corbin and Ziggler, real good match. Ziggler got the win. Ziggler as usual, and it's almost gotten to the point where you can just come in late at the end of the match because Ziggler's going to take a tail whooping for 3/4 of the match and come through and sneak a win or sneak a defeat, one or the other. And this one he snuck the win. Next, in every pay-per-view, I say the same thing about this. The U.S. title, we got Kalisto versus Ryback, and Kalisto wins again. If you watch this match, you just baffled as to how they're trying to pull this off with Kalisto. He is just too small to be going against guys like Ryback, against Alberto Del Rio, which he did have the rivalry with before this. Honestly, they for guys like him, they need to find some more smaller guys and bring back the cruiserweights that they had in WCW, because that was a great division, and it'd be actually kind of cool if they actually brought back a cruiserweight division. But Kalisto, he is really good in the ring, but he's just too small to really be believable beating guys like Ryback. But it is what it is. Kalisto still the U.S. champion. Next, the main card begins. We had number one contenders for the tag team titles. The New Day come out, and they're awesome as usual. But, they just come out. They brought some bean bags and sat on the side for this one. And it was Enzo Amore against Big Cass. Love this team. Love them, love them, love them. Versus the Vaudevillains. Both of these teams were recent transplants from the NXT. Transplants. They just brought them up. I don't know. Transplants. Sounded right to me at the time. But it started out pretty good, and then Enzo Amore, he was doing a thing where he was going to go through the ropes, and he hit one of the ropes with his head, and then his head snapped back and hit the ring, and he just fell right out onto the floor, and he was out cold. That was not part of the show. It was legit. He was knocked out. Match immediately stopped. And they didn't finish it. They didn't say anything else about the decision of the match or anything. But he looked like he got hurt pretty bad. But later on in the show, they said that it was a concussion. He was talking and he could move and everything. So good news. But man, he's so good on the mic. I'm really hoping it's nothing more than just a concussion, because you could see as he was going out of the ring, he was out. They brought the stretcher out, put him on the board, gave him a neck brace, gave him oxygen. I heard one report that they had to start CPR on him and a defibrillator. I did not see this. I do not think this is the case, but you know how rumors are. I don't think that was the case. I think they put him on the backboard and gave him oxygen, just to be sure he was breathing okay and everything. But I don't think there was anything more than that. But it looked like it was a pretty severe concussion, and I hope this guy, he's a young guy, and I hope he gets back from this, and it's not another Daniel Bryan situation where he can't make it back. Yeah, Enzo, good luck, man. I hope you're back soon. Next we had Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens. Great match. These two guys, I'm almost convinced that Kevin Owens can have a good match with a brick. Every match he has is really good. Sami Zayn, When he first got back from injury, you could tell he was a little bit rusty. He's back to, I would say, almost 100% in the ring. I would say, like 95%. He's got that little bit of rust still there, but I'll tell you what, he's looking good. Great match. Let's see what Evans, Kevin Owens got the win, and when the match was over, he put a little bit more of a hurting on Sami Zayn, and then he told one of the announcers come in, interview him, telling him what to say and everything, and then he said, "You know what? I think I will announce the next match." Next match being the Intercontinental title, which Kevin Owens wants. That's the belt he's looking for. Champion The Miz, my favorite. Y'all already knew that. My favorite, The Miz, against Cesaro. And Miz comes out with his beautiful wife, Maurice, and it's a really good solid match. And about halfway through the match, Sami Zayn comes back out and attacks Kevin Owens. And right at the time, Cesaro puts a finisher on The Miz, and the ref gets distracted by the fight going on, and Miz is tapping out. Cesaro lets go, and The Miz runs over, gets a roll up for the 1-2-3. Miz retains the title, and then at the end, Evans basically just power bombs everybody. So it looks like we're setting up Miz versus Kevin Owens. Love my Miz. He's my favorite, and everybody knows he's my favorite, and I know he's not top tier, but I'm a big fan of the Miz. And sorry, Miz, I don't think you have that title much longer. Sorry, buddy. Next, we have Dean Ambrose versus Chris Jericho. Good match. Ambrose, he puts on a really good match almost every time. Jericho, been around seemingly forever, since the early to mid 90s, as I recall, in WCW. Back when they had the cruiserweight division, which, come on, let's bring that back. That was a great division. But anyway, we had Ambrose with the win, and I'll be honest, the way they're going, I'm almost confused as to who they're kind of give the angle to on some of these guys. But really solid match. Again, not something you go, wow, this is a great match, but it's a really good match. And Ambrose got the win against Jericho. Next, we had the women's title, Charlotte versus Natalya. Charlotte comes out with Rick, and kind of a surprise to me. Because I don't read the dirt sheets and all this stuff. And Natty come out with Bret Hart. Wow, I had a brain cramp there. With Bret Hart, and it was great to see him out there. He's been battling cancer, and they say that they think they got it beat, and that is awesome. It was great to see him out there. He was walking kind of slow, but you go through what he's been through. You're not going to be doing a wind sprint anywhere. It was great to see him out there. And Charlotte gets the win on controversy, as usual in these matches. The guy the referee, as they used to call Little Nate back in the day, because he looked so much like Nature Boy Ric Flair. He had an early stoppage to it, and then Charlotte and Rick got in the ring, and Natty and Bret Hart put sharpshooters on both of them, which was kind of fun to see. It's good to see Bret back in the ring and do a little something. Nothing too strenuous for him, but it was good to see. Next, the big announcement. Who was going to be the general manager for Raw? Vince comes out, and then Stephanie comes out, then Shane comes out, and they're talking and talking. It's really good stuff. Most of the time when they have these little things, I could care less. But, they actually held my attention pretty well. Good banter going back and forth. And Vince finally announces the one thing I did not expect. And he said, we're going to have both of them team up. Shane and Steph team up now as co-GMs of Raw, which I did not see that one coming. I actually expected Stephanie to be it. I think that's what most people would expect, but I think it's kind of cool. It'd be really cool to see both of them every week out there, as long as Steph isn't yelling too much. And last but not least, AJ Styles versus Roman Reigns. Good match, good back and forth stuff. At first, we had a disqualification, so Reigns retained his title. Shane comes out. He says, under the old regime, that's how it would have ended. Under the new regime, it's not going down like that. This is now a no disqualification, a no timeout, 10 count match. I can't remember what it's called. DQ outside the ring. So they go back and Roman did something that I got to be honest, I missed what he did, but he got disqualified. Steph comes out and says, as usual, my brother misses things. This is also going to be a no DQ match as well. So can't get counted out, no DQ, go. And it was really, really good going back and forth. The Bullet Club come out. I can't remember their names. They just got back into the, I know it's Anderson and somebody, I can't think of your name. I'm so sorry. I apologize. I can't think of your name. They come out and did a little number on Roman, and he couldn't finish it. All said and done. Well, the Usos come out, took care of the guys from the Bullet Club, and good stuff. Good back and forth, and lots of kickouts, lots of great stuff. I mean, it was a really good match. Not, I keep saying great. It wasn't great. A lot of really good stuff. But all said and done, Roman gets the win, retained his title. And afterwards, they go back to the back, and you see Vince talking to Shane and Stephanie, and he said, "Yeah, I think those two should have a rematch," and so they're going to have a rematch. Now the one thing about this I thought was kind of odd. Last pay-per-view, AJ Styles lost to Jericho. This pay-per-view, he stepped up to the world title match. Just thought that was interesting. But other than that, I thought it was a real good card. Not a great card. Good card. I'm talking it up more than it really was. I think it was a decent card at best. But, it was fun. Nothing awesome, but, it was fun. But that's all we got for today. I can't remember what the next pay-per-view is, but we'll find out coming up in the next couple weeks. Well, actually, we'll know tomorrow. I can't think of what it is. But that's all I got for today, and you guys have an incredible day.